Hey everybody, I'm Katallina, and today we're talking about episode 4 of the Misfit of Demon King Academy, Season 2, Core 2. There is an often used phrase about snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, but today's episode actually went a step further, had the major character who could potentially claim victory get swallowed, and then, thanks to her students, be pulled out of a dragon's stomach. That was pretty damn epic. I really enjoyed the way that they set things up with Emilia and with her students at the end of this episode. I thought it was absolutely beautiful and heartwarming because in the first half, we do see them try a spell that is based off of emotions to be able to power everyone up, and we see them actually fail because they just can't really click and connect properly, and because she can hear their thoughts and they're thinking different things and it's distracting, it doesn't work. But, of course, when we come to the part of the episode where we're in a bind and we need this situation to work out, they are finally able to come together and actually work as one. I thought it was really heartwarming that this happened because these students and Emilia are actually perfect mirrors for each other, because Emilia throughout the series has been such a broken character who's had so many flaws and who is striving to be on a path toward redemption, whereas these students aren't necessarily bad people, but they are considered to be unworthy and broken as heroes, which is an absolute load of crap. Here, I'll explain to you why. Let's talk about what does it mean to be a hero. Now, I mean, this is just my opinion and not the opinion of this society, but I still think it's worth bringing up. The first thing you need if you are a hero is you need to be doing something for someone else of your own free will. Second, you need to be doing something that is going to come at, or at least potentially at, some kind of cost to yourself. Third, you need to be doing that thing willingly and recognize and accept the risk of sacrifice while not plotting or expecting anything in return. Being a hero is not easy, and that basically sums up why that is. I mean, your average person is generally not going to be behaving in a heroic manner because it goes against the principles that we need for our own self-survival. The amazing thing about this episode is that we literally see these kids who are struggling with their own self-worth, who have been bullied and broken down by the people who are supposed to be helping, guiding, and teaching them, go to bat for this woman that we as viewers know has flaws from previous seasons, and literally try to pull her out of the mouth of a dragon that they were warned about in the first half of the episode, that if they ever see this type, run, run, run. But that's not what they do. And I thought that was really incredible. When a situation happens at the start of the episode where the students end up walking out after Emilia yells at them, she ends up having another conversation with Anos, who is disguised as Anoshu. And it's really interesting that we keep seeing these conversations happen, because he's actually able to make her feel better, because she actually feels upset about what happened and she still doesn't necessarily feel that she's really worthy of the things that are going on around her, and she still doesn't necessarily feel that she is competent at what she's doing. And it's really cool to see that this person who she had all these issues with in season 1 and going forward is now the person who is guiding her toward actually finding a way to move forward in her life, and who is helping her. Of course, that's just the kind of guy Anos is, so that isn't surprising, but the way that it's working out and the fact that they took the character this way is so satisfying, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And the fact that he was able to encourage her to the point where she had the courage to go and find the kids is so important, because if that hadn't happened, then, I mean, who knows what would have happened to them. They probably all would have been consumed and it would have been awful. I also love the fact that we actually see him smiling and looking off into the distance at the end of the episode, clearly stating that he knows something just went down and that he's probably very aware of what it is, because Anos tends to be 10 steps ahead, so that totally doesn't surprise me. Okay, let's talk about what's going on with Lei and Misha, because of course I care about that. What I will say is that I figured that the headmaster was a scumbucket from the beginning, and I didn't like him from word go. But I never imagined that the rot going on in the Hero Kingdom would stretch quite as far and as wide as it actually seems to have gone. That's kind of crazy. I mean, the king is so screwed in the head that he has actually killed all of his relatives, his own children, whatever else, because they were all fighting over the throne. But what's actually probably happening is just the natural progression of somebody thinking they're going to end up becoming a new leader. And what's actually going down is the fact that the king wants to become immortal and eternal, which means that he's making the argument that they're fighting over the throne. But in actuality, what's probably gone wrong is the fact that he thinks he's going to get to live forever. Unfortunately for him, he has made the mistake of thinking that he's going to get to use Lei and Misa to do that. And that is not going to work. Because those two are so close and they work so closely together and they love each other so much that when he tries to use Misa as a tool to be able to rope Lei into doing what he wants, it doesn't work out because Lei actually has possession of Misa's soul, so she can't be manipulated in the way that the king tries to manipulate them. This whole thing ends off on a cliffhanger, but I am pretty sure, based off of the way that these characters tend to rock and roll, that this king is about to have a very bad day. It might take a little while to get there, there might be some bumps along the way, but I don't think he's going to wind up very happy at the end of this, and I think he has definitely underestimated the people he targeted for this scheme. I really enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun with this one, despite the fact that there were characters in frantic danger near the end, and the fact that the Lei and Misa plotline ended up with a bit of a cliffhanger. Sorry if I called her Misha earlier, I probably messed that up somewhere, but anyway. I really did think that this was well put together and pretty cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where this is going to go next week, because we definitely seem like we have some stuff to work with. I wonder what everyone else was up to while all of this was going on. But anyway, what did you guys think of this week's episode? Did you like anything in particular? Is there anything that you are concerned or excited about? I'd love to know, so feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!